Have you ever felt it? This deep, persistent feeling that you were created for something more, not merely to follow, but to be. There is a secret held within you, a secret that has never been fully unveiled to you. It is a quiet ache in the soul, a feeling of exile, adrift in a world that can feel devoid of meaning, a sense of separation, that He is in the heavens and you are on the earth. But what if? What if the one you have been searching for has been inside you all along? The great mystic, the master Ibn Arabi, taught a profound truth. You were not created for mere obedience. You were created to be a mirror, a living, conscious mirror, whose entire existence is to reflect a single light, a light so blindingly brilliant that the angels themselves can only perceive a fraction of its rays. In this sacred whisper, we will pull back the veil on this primordial secret, why you are the mirror of God, and how you can polish this mirror until it reflects Him with breathtaking clarity. This is not poetry. This is the very foundation of your existence. It is, as Imam Ali said, "Do you presume you are a small entity, while in you is enfolded the entire universe?" This is a journey inward, not towards fantasy or imagination, but a return to the cosmos you carry within yourself. To truly understand, we must go back, not to a point in history, but to the very beginning. In a sacred tradition, a Hadith Qudsi, God whispers the secret of creation. I was a hidden treasure. I love to be known, so I created creation that I might be known. Pause here for a moment, absorb this. Creation was not a mechanical act, it was an act of yearning, the longing of the divine essence to be witnessed. But how can a treasure be seen and without an eye to see it? How can beauty be felt without a heart to love it? This is where you enter the story. The angels were created for perpetual adoration, but humanity was created for knowing, a knowing that comes not through intellect, but through love. This is not a thought that you think in your mind. It is an experience that transforms the very fabric of your being. This is the secret. In another divine tradition, it is said, "Man is my secret, and I am his secret." You are the vessel, the sacred container that holds this divine mystery. You are that polished surface upon which the attributes of God are meant to shine. Creation is a silent, passive mirror, but you are its reflective soul. You are the one who gives the mirror its purpose, its meaning. Therefore, your existence is not an accident. It is a sacred trust. Your purpose is not just doing. Your purpose is becoming a pure crystalline reflection of Him. You are the means by which God sees Himself expressed in the world. You are the mirror in which the hidden treasure gazes upon its own splendor. And this brings us to the master key, a statement that is echoed in the hearts of mystics for centuries. He who knows himself knows his Lord. The path to knowing God does not lie in some distant galaxy. It lies in the undiscovered country within you. The Quran promises, "We will show them our signs on the horizons and within themselves until it becomes clear to them that this is the truth." His signs are not only etched into the mountains and the stars, they are written into the very fabric of your consciousness. But what is it to know yourself? It is not to know your name, not your profession, not your personality. These are merely the veils of the ego, the nafs. True self-knowledge is to perceive the reality of your soul. You are a world within a world. You contain the mineral, plant, and animal kingdoms within you, and something far beyond the realm of the angels, and that divine spark, that very breath of God that was breathed into you. This is why Ibn Arabi taught, the intellect is a lamp, love is the sun. A lamp can illuminate the path for a short while, but only the sun can reveal the entire world in all its glory. The intellect analyzes, but it cannot taste. The mirror of the heart was not made to dissect the light. It was made to surrender to it, to be filled by it, and to reflect it. This knowing is a form of tasting, and this is the work of love. Faith will get you to paradise, but it is love that will bring you to God. If we are all mirrors, then why is there so much separation? Why is the reflection so often clouded with dust, distorted and bent, or completely dark? The Sufi masters teach, the heart is a mirror covered in rust, the rust of heedlessness. This rust is the ego, the nafs, your selfishness, your pride, your anger, your attachments to this fleeting world. These are the layers of grime that block the passage of the light. The distance between you and God is not a physical one. He is closer to you than your jugular vein. The distance is created by our own forgetfulness. Whatever you see outside of you is but a reflection of what is inside of you. If your heart is filled with fear, the world will appear as a dangerous place. The world is not the problem. The state of the mirror is the problem. The spiritual path, therefore, is nothing other than the polishing of this mirror, a journey through the layers of the self. First, there is the nafsu ammara, the commanding self. Here, the soul is a slave to its lowest desires. The mirror is completely covered. Then, with the awakening of conscience, you arrive at the nafsul lawama, the blaming self. You begin to see the rust. You lament your state. This stage is painful, but it is essential. This is how the purification begins. And finally, you may reach the nafs al-mutma'inna, the soul at peace. This is the polished mirror, a heart that hears the divine call. O soul at peace, return to your Lord, well-pleased and well-pleasing. Here, the heart reflects the divine attributes with pristine clarity, and you experience the oneness you have always sought. So, how do we begin this sacred work? This cannot be achieved by force. This knowing, this ma'rifah, is a gift, a light that God places in the heart of whomever He wills. But our task is to prepare the soil. The primary tool is dhikr, the remembrance of God. The Prophet Muhammad said, "For everything there is a polish, and the polish for the hearts is the remembrance of God." Dhikr, whether through the repetition of His names or through the silent moment-to-moment awareness of His presence, wipes the dust from the heart. Remembrance is the cloth that polishes the mirror. The second tool is muhasabah, self-examination, the courage to gaze upon your own rust, to look at the shadows you would rather ignore. When you truly know yourself in this way, neither the praise of others can elevate you, nor can their blame diminish you. You remain firm, centered in your reality. This path leads toward the ideal of the insan al-kamil, the perfect human. Not perfect in the sense of being flawless, but one who has polished their mirror so completely that they have become a total reflection of all the divine names and attributes, a bridge between God and creation, the place where God sees Himself in His most complete form. This was the station of the prophets, and it remains as a potential for every one of us. When you begin this polishing, your entire perspective on life changes. Every challenge becomes an opportunity for purification. Every moment of beauty becomes a glimpse of His beauty, and every human being becomes an opportunity to reflect His mercy. If this touched something inside you, stay with us. Subscribe to Heart's Whisper and let the light keep finding you. And if you want to support this path, tap thanks. Your touch helps this light reach more hearts. In the end, the secret of Ibn Arabi is this: the problem itself is the path. The The very feeling of separation is the catalyst that begins the search. The rust on the mirror is what calls us to the work of polishing. You were not created to be a cog in a machine. You were created to be the very place where the divine essence reveals itself. Your heart is an empty throne awaiting its king. Your existence is a mirror awaiting the reflection of the sun. The entire purpose of this journey is this: to move beyond the illusion of your separate self and to recognize the face of the beloved reflected in the mirror of your own soul. The universe was created for one reason, so that the hidden treasure of divine love could finally be known, and the one destined to know it is you.